Greg Hemphill!
How good is their show, by the way?
In the 70s, everybody was kung fu fighting.
Who is Steve's best man?
Where's my fucking invite?
Alright guys, welcome to episode 100 of the Some Laugh podcast, where we'll be sharing highlights from our recent live show at the Pavilion Theatre in Glasgow, where we are joined by guests including Greg Hemphill, Christopher MacArthur-Boyd and Raymond Mearns. It was an absolutely incredible night, and we can't think of a better way than to celebrate 100 episodes than to share the footage with you guys. If you would like to see the whole show, it is available on Patreon, where you can sign up for as little as £3 a month, get access to the whole show, including some incredible behind the scenes footage from the night. You'll also get access to all our previous 5 live shows and an extra bonus episode once every 2 weeks. There's over 30 hours of bonus content on there for you to enjoy. Thank you so much to everybody who has signed up as a patron already. It's helped us keep going and keep growing to 100 episodes and being able to do amazing shows at the Pavilion like we done last week. So thank you to everybody who has signed up. Hopefully see you somewhere there in future. And aside from that, guys, enjoy today's 100th episode of the Some Laugh podcast live from the Pavilion Theatre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Some Laugh live at the Pavilion. Please welcome to stage your hosts, Stuart McPherson, Stephen Buchanan, and Mark Jennings.
Hello.
Hello. Hiya.
Thank you very much. Hello, Glasgow.
There you go, huh? This is nice.
Hey.
Hiya.
Pavilion,
What's
eh?
going on?
Pavilion?
It is just a chat.
It's not
We didn't
all
say it's
laugh.
going to be all laugh. All right. Let's take it on.
He's all right up the top there, eh?
See, it's a nice theatre this, right? It's not exactly the King's, which I've played. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. But, so this is nice and intimate for me. Yeah. You know, for you guys, it's probably a bit scary, but...
I'm shy
Well, I've
myself.
played it. Have you played the King's?
I've never played the
No,
Kings.
you played it yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
5 minutes as part of a gala. I think that's as good as doing your own ticketed hour-long show. Just as good.
yeah, I went to see Aladdin at the Kings.
Did they get you up or anything? Or?
They did, I think. I've got a vague memory of I think they thought I was sick.
Well, they were bang on the money there.
I think they thought I was a sick kid, and they're like, oh, let's get him up, and then...
Sick kid as in like you got bussed in, or as in you were sick at the gig?
Like last week of my life.
Yeah. Like a Make-A-Wish sort of
Like
situation.
Make-A-Wish,
yeah.
and then they got me up, and they're like, no, he's just weird. He's just awkward. This is nice, though, isn't it?
Well, I've been on stage at the Pavilion before, but to be fair, I don't really remember much about it because it was a Peter Powers gig and he hypnotised me. So, but no, it's lovely to be here. Thank you so much for everybody coming out. It's absolutely, we've got a cracking night ahead for you. But before we get started, we're just going to have a wee chat and find out what's come under the boil, basically.
What's going on? Steve, you in the wings, you were telling us that you were swearing in your sleep last night.
I was listening out for my fiance's laugh there. She told me that I was swearing in my sleep all night.
So what were you saying?
I was saying, oh, fucking fuck.
The pretty standard swear words, to be fair.
I was like tossing and turning going, fucking shit, fuck.
Well,
Which
she must worry that you're going to cancel the wedding if that's how you're behaving in your sleep, surely.
I mean, it must be about this. I must have been nervous about
Yeah,
this.
I
I
guess
don't
so,
think
yeah.
it's anything to do with the wedding, but fuck.
Awkward pause there.
Have you ever sworn in your sleep, do you think? That's not a normal thing, is it?
I don't know. Some people wear the Fitbits, don't they? And like you can sort of record, whatever it is, it records what you're doing
It's
at
like
night.
farts, usually, not fuck.
If you had a kid and like you recorded it and that's what they were saying, you're like, fuck, we need to get real help with this fucked up kid that we're raising. It's like start of a horror movie or
Yeah,
something.
this guy's possessed. We need
Yeah,
to get the priest in immediately. Has anyone swore in their sleep? Does anyone know? Okay, wow. The silence was deafening there, fuck me.
It's good because normally when Steve tells a story, it's just me and Stuart that are confused about it. But it's good to see 1,100 people just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think that's normal, isn't it? Huh?
You what? Snore. Yeah, I do that.
Snore, not swore. Oh,
Yeah.
brought
That's
her
a
own
hashtag
jokes.
she's
That's
trying to
good.
get going there.
She was like, I don't have faith in these guys. I need to come prepared with my own punchlines.
When they
We've
get
got some
involved.
merch at the front.
Please welcome to stage our first guest, that woman that just shouted out.
Snore, don't swore. That's good, man. That's good. We should get that on a t-shirt.
I was only going to say, I was worried that people were going to fall asleep, you know, 'cause at a gig. That's a problem.
I was
And if it
worried
goes
you were
badly-
going to fall asleep at this game.
I went to see Marilyn's show the other night, and it was a great show, but a guy did fall asleep. He was so pissed that he fell asleep, and she was recording it, and he was talking and that because he was pissed, but then he fell asleep, and like, right, it won't be a problem. And then he fell on the guy next to him, and then the staff had to like airlift him at the venue. And it was like the most seamless piece of security work I've ever seen. Like one person pulled, it was like the opposite of a prank. Someone pulled the chair and then they lifted him out like a crane. And no one even saw. It was fucking amazing.
I think someone fell asleep at my show once. He was just telling me to fuck off, so it must have been... he was heckling me quite a lot. I thought, that guy's...
shit, mate.
Yeah, that guy's asleep, actually, up there. That guy swears in his sleep, he must be.
I wonder if that woman over there was asleep when she said that. No, it's going to be it. Actually, so we've obviously got the stage design here that we normally have in the studio. I brought it up today. I had to bring it up in a van myself. I'd done it all the day. I brought it up. But the thing is, we done the Glee across the road last Easter Sunday, right? And I basically did the exact same thing then, right? But I phoned this van company near my house, right? And last year I remember phoning them. And I said to the guy, can I come on Sunday and get the stuff? He's like, aye, no bother, we're open every day. I was like, cool. So I go down on Easter Sunday last year, and they were shut. And I phoned them back, and I'm like, all right, I'm here at the moment, and you're shut. And he goes, aye, it's Easter Sunday. So a couple of days ago, I phoned them back, and I'm like, all right, I'm just wondering how early I need to get the van, because I need it for Sunday. And he went, oh, we're open every day. So I used a different van company, basically, is what I'm saying, to get the place up. But
It looked crazy when I arrived earlier, and there was like a big truckload. I thought it was like, it looked like we were doing fucking Mamma Mia or something up here. It's like, we're just cunts talking. Like, how, 3 mics, no?
I the production values now. Were you saying Harry Houdini played here once or something?
Yeah, and apparently Harry Houdini played here and he got locked in the toilets. You can't beat that, right?
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
What's been happening with you, Stu?
What have I been doing? Talking to sleep, my dog woke me up this morning. She sneezed in my left eye and then opened my eyes and then she sneezed in my right eye. That's the day I'm having. Tough week. I forgot to tell you, I thought you'd enjoy this. I told a sordid tale about being in Benidorm last week on the Patreon.
Yes.
That I would not care to regurgitate at the Pavilion. But I was getting slagged.
Can we
and
give the Spark Notes version or whatever?
I was in a bar last night, non-ticketed event, I'm just having a drink, and then it turns out there's a Star Wars Sex on Segways show, which Peter Powers talks a big game, but I don't think he could match that level. Anyway, yeah, I was getting slagged in the airport queue, I forgot to tell you. Got off the plane, and I was basically getting... It's my Reddit era. I was getting slagged so much in this queue because I was the only cunt wearing like a big coat, and everyone else. I wanted to be like, yeah, we all came from Edinburgh though. It's fucking freezing. And then like the problem was I was getting slagged, but because the queue snakes round, every bend I was getting slagged. So I had to then like steel myself for the comeback for the next one. Because to be fair, it was a big coat. I looked like fucking Arsene Wenger, you know, and everyone else was like shorts and t-shirt, and but. You know, it was like the Edinburgh to Alicante flight, so like everyone's like on a stag do whatever. Like everyone thinks they're a comedian on this plane, and I include myself in that. And they were just slagging me. He was like, "Oh, where the fuck you going, Arctic?" And I'm like, "Oh, very good." We're all laughing. But like the 5th time I snaked round, he'd like ran out of patter. So he was like, "Oh, where are you going, Arctic? Oh, still get your fucking coat on, cold." And by the last time he just went, "Should have gone to Specsavers." I was like, "What? What, to buy a pair of fucking shorts? You can't. What are you talking about?"
I like the fact there's another couple of turns where you could think up more critiques for the shite joke each bit.
Yeah, well, obviously I didn't say any of this because you sound rattled, which I was, and I couldn't let him know that I was rattled by his shite patter.
Did you just say anything back now?
No, I was just like, oh yeah, great.
Yeah.
Very, very amusing.
Don't want to
stuff.
run the risk of like Charlie Nicholas in that video. It was like,
You should also go to Specsavers then, 'cause you're not even wearing your coat.
What would you wear on a flight, Steve? What's your flight attire?
Joggies.
Comfort.
Aye.
You're very smart tonight, by the way, can I just say?
Thank
This
you.
is Steve's audition to host the One Show, if you've not...
Right, that was too big a laugh. Fuck you guys. What the fuck?
It's giving Jason Manford, so this.
This is what I wore the last time I was in the Pavilion.
What were you calling them again?
Ginos.
Ginos. That's a Gino D'Acampo trouser wear range that is...
It's a mix between jeans and chinos. It's very clever.
Yeah, it's for the thinking man's jeggings.
Yes.
Do they only do them in kid sizes?
Baby
do?
girl.
What the fuck? This is what I was dreaming about last night. I was telling you to fuck off, actually. I don't know if that came across. I like to make a wee effort when it's a big occasion.
When you make it, like we saw you get your kilt fitted, of course. You're looking very smart.
Speaking of
I spilled
smart,
coleslaw on my trousers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just like to bring. He was eating coleslaw with chopsticks backstage,
I was.
and dropped it all down himself.
In some cultures, that's a great sign of respect.
Not this one.
No.
We were talking before, because I think the last time generally that I was in the Pavilion, I think the only other time I was here was I went to Panto like with the school when I was younger. Because my parents never took me to Panto or anything, but I think we went to the school once. It's the only time I remember being here. But there's a lot of that kind of school trips and that sort of stuff. Like you just go to this thing and be dragged to it, and you're like, why the fuck am I here?
You told me backstage on a school trip you got a wank on a bus. I don't know if you wanted me to bring that up at the Pavilion.
Maybe not this early in the night, but I got a wank.
Didn't get that, Aladdin.
I got a wank on the bus to Alton Towers. I should say I was in high school, by the way, I wasn't primary.
Yeah.
And
you have to be that tall to get a wank off at Alton Towers.
But I still remember that teacher very fondly. And
What was his name?
We're better than that. Come on, man.
I got an applause. Fuck yes. Come on. There we
that's
go.
the sort of shite part of the pantos you're having every year.
Oh no, it's not. Oh, see, thank you. We're having fun. We're having fun.
Wonder if Houdini did any of this.
I don't. That was.
Was that a good one or?
Well, what I would say is that it was over very quick. And then she was like, you should have told me. And I was like, I didn't really know the etiquette for getting a,
Beautiful story.
You came really quick.
I was fucking 14 or something like that.
Wow.
You know.
I didn't know the end. It's quite a sad story. It's quite a
We
sad
didn't get
story.
that far into the story backstage, did we?
To be fair, the bus hadn't even taken off yet. That's how. But what about you? Do you remember? You get any memorable school trip stories, Steve?
I was wondering where that was going to go. Steve at Aladdin going, that kid looks sick. Get someone to wank him off. Come on, he's been through enough.
I went to Barcelona with the school. Didn't get a wank, unfortunately. The school bully was there, and that was tough. I've spoke about him before on the podcast. He's a guy who stole things from me.
Yeah, I love this guy.
He might be in tonight.
How was it? Because he sort of convinced you into letting him steal stuff. Did
He pretended it was a game. What he did was he closed his eyes, span round in a circle, and pointed, and whatever it landed on, he got to have.
I bet he's a millionaire now, this guy. Like, that's really, really entrepreneurial.
This guy's now married to Michelle Moan.
So he was on the trip, and I decided to get my own back.
We're listening.
How did you do that?
So me and a couple of mates, what we did was we put crisps in his bed, sprayed aftershave on his pillow, poured orange juice in his sheets.
You were very inspired by Home Alone, even at a young age, weren't you?
And then we were making wee hints about it to him during the day. We were like, oh...
Fancy a little siesta.
Fancy a siesta, that sort of thing.
Well, you'd be swearing in your sleep if you had fucking crisps in your mattress, that's for sure.
Exactly, I thought it was a good prank, and then we were saying it to him, and then he was like, oh, what the fuck have you done? So he walked up to the room, and the maid had been, so it just looked like we'd made his bed for him. We fucked it, completely fucked it.
Man.
So that was my own, got my own back on him, made his bed.
Yeah.
You been on a school trip?
Really shite school trips at my school. Nah, we went to like Panto and stuff at the Adam Smith Theatre, proper theatre.
Yeah. You get a wank?
I did not get a wank, no. Nor did I give a wank. No, shite school trips. Went to the Coca-Cola plant at East Kilbride. Not to brag. But we were like too old. Nah, but it's like a bottling plant. We were like 16, 17. You like walk across this like bridge and you're just looking down at like depressed guys in forklifts on the minimum wage, being like, that'll be you in a couple of years, kids. It's like you know when you choose a lobster from the tank, it felt a bit like that. Like that is the life you guys are gonna get.
Because it sounds like it's going to be like Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, but it was more like the Wonka experience than Willy Wonka. Yeah, terrible.
Oh, good.
By the way, thank you to House of Illuminati for doing the stage design this evening.
Should we get our first guest on, or do you have anything else to say?
I think it's probably about time that we got the first guest onto the stage, eh?
Yes.
All up for that. Do you know what his name is?
Oh, you dick.
Huh?
Where's my fucking invite?
Huh?
Is that?
It's fucking roasting up here, by the way. All right, everybody, I'm the guy that gave Mark a wank.
Is that you, Darren?
Is that you?
All right, boys.
All right, Darren.
Where's my fucking invite, you bunch of pricks?
I thought you were barred for the venue, no?
I'm on board for the venue.
Is Darren Connell? Can we see you out the mask, Darren?
It's Darren Connell, everybody.
Yous will never guess what I fucking paid for a ticket tonight.
That is true.
That genuinely is.
Get good seats, to be fair.
That cunt went to my school. I'm not even kidding on. All right, Shuggy. How you doing, mate? Hugh McMullen. You doing all right? As you can see, I'm fucking thriving, mate.
Darren, welcome to the show, welcome to the Pavilion. I know that you obviously had a show here that you're meant to be doing in September, and I was sorry to see that it had to get cancelled.
I get fucking cancelled for Rebus.
So
Ian Rankin.
You got
Fucking
bumped,
prick.
right? You got bumped. You were meant to be on.
That's not a joke, it get cancelled. I was supposed to do a solo show at the Pavilion on the 27th of September.
Tickets are not
moved
available.
for that cunt.
But you're no better about it, are you? No.
Aye. Also, I understand why it get moved. Like, fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Darren, what's the deal with the costume?
I fucking had to sneak in through the fire exit.
Is that because of the tweets that you made after the Pavilion cancelled your show?
Aye.
Darren, I did a gig with you a couple of weeks ago and you were talking on stage about what you want to call your next show. Do you want to tell the good people here?
Yes, I do. So I'm going to do a new show next year, and it's not going to be in this shithole.
Fuck, at least wait until we've been paid by them, fuck's sake.
Suddenly our mics have stopped working as well.
Aye, Jimmy Cranky's going to shoot me with a sniper. The new show is going to be called The Pavilion Shagged Me Up the Arse. Also, can I be honest, see when that happened and it get cancelled, I was like, I'll never step foot in here again! Never! And then Mark's like, do you want a chippy? I'm like, aye, alright.
No, I was sorry to hear that, Dan, and I know you were looking forward to the show and stuff, you know.
Aye, fucking rub it in, you cunt.
Because you told me that you know this place was quite close to your heart and stuff like that.
No anymore.
Are you trying to set him up for a joke, Jennings? Is that what's happening?
Yeah,
Well, basically we need to finish this bit, and until you say your fucking cue, Dan, we can't move on.
I'm doing fucking a tight 90 minutes on here. Yeah.
This has all been an elaborate ruse to see Darren Connell stand up show.
Yeah, I'm doing my show tonight. No, it has always been my dream to dress up as Jimmy Cranky and give out sweets to all the good boys and girls.
I'm sorry you're not going to get the chance to do that.
One day, hopefully,
Yeah.
Darren. One day. Oh, who's this?
Oh, who's that?
Oh,
Oh, hello.
Another
that's
intruder.
Marilyn Robertson, ladies and gentlemen.
Robertson, everybody.
Marilyn, what's that you've got now?
Wait, when's it starting?
We started 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody. I'm the quota of diversity. The only Shetlander. With a fanny. So,
What have you got there on your arm, Mario?
yeah,
It
have
looks
you
like
seen
a
this?
luxurious bag.
Thank you for asking about what I've got. Let me show you what I've got. I've got, well, a gun.
Don't give that to Darren.
Oh, I thought you boys might need a hand with some of your show work today. So I brought one of those.
What, that looks like it's off Darren's costume. I'm not going to lie, that's quite
That looks
creepy.
like the same hand that wanked me on that bus to Towers.
I also, oh, that's my phone in case I get bored. I also brought this. This is kind of cool, but maybe illegal. This is a piece of history. This is the educational part of the show. This is a piece of...
Why? What?
This is a genuine piece of Edinburgh Castle.
Careful, because that could kill someone, Marilyn,
Yeah,
and I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Do you want to...
Throw it. That was my school bully that just said that.
And also, I think we're all thinking about the same thing. You're thinking about the tote bag, right? Okay, I'll show it to you. So, ignore the blood. This is called Some Marilyn. It's a tote bag that I'm going to sell in the break for £30 in the lobby. Or a kiss. But I get to choose where I kiss you. So,
This part isn't scripted, by the way.
Yeah, you can imagine it.
We said, Marilyn, can you come on and just sort of plug the tote bags?
Yeah. You'll be in and off in like 5 seconds, honestly. It'll be a piece of piss, just in out, easy.
yeah, so
Brings out
that's good.
Edinburgh Castle.
If you give me a £5, I'll let you spit on it. So,
In
Thank
summary,
you, Marilyn,
tote
for
bags are
joining us.
available.
The tote bags
Thank
are
you.
available.
Go for
They'll be
Marilyn,
available.
Darren!
Yes.
It is now time to get our first guest onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is known as he's the fourth laugher, basically. He's unofficial fourth host of the show. He was our first ever guest, and he is one of our good friends, as well as being one of the speckiest wee gimps on the comedy circuit. Please give a warm welcome to the Christopher MacArthur-Boyd!
I can't believe you didn't stand up for him, Stu. That was
Sorry,
bang
man.
it.
Sorry, it wasn't
What
a
the
protest.
fuck was that about, man?
I
Just
got stuck in the chair, I'm sorry, man.
had a reach around handshake.
How are you?
Great, man. Fucking school trips.
Have you ever had a wank on a bus?
I've had a wank in so many forms of transport, it's unbelievable. Bus, plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Not by someone else.
No.
How is supporting Frankie Boyle on tour going, Chris? Is it good?
I knew there was a reason how he was on that new podcast.
Gonna wank my way to the top. Bobby by Bobby.
Did you have any memorable school trips, Chris?
I went to Garrahill Primary.
That's Chris's bully now.
Hey, one of Chris's bullies.
There are legions. We went. Well, I don't know about you, big man. But when I was in primary 4, I'm not saying they always took us on shite trips. P7 we went to Paris. P6 we went to Winmarley Hall. But in P4 they took us to Morrison's. And it wasn't even like a far away Morrison's. It wasn't like the South Side Shawlands Morrison's. It was like the Morrison's didn't even get a bus. It was just a walk. And then my mom picked me up for school afterwards and took me to Morrison's as well. I had 2 trips to Morrison's in one day. It was fucking
Busman's
shite.
holiday.
Yeah.
What
Still
were you
managed to
learning?
fit in a wank in the staff room.
What were they meant to teach you at Morrison's?
Just about like the fruit. They showed us the fruit. They took us to the bakery bit, and everybody got to get a free baked item. But I've got flat feet. I'm quite slow, so I was the last one in there. I just had like a dry roll. with no butter. I asked for butter, they were like, you don't get butter.
Is that why you had a wank to fill it up with something?
I remember going to Paris in P7, which was quite legit, but we were like in La Louvre, and it's like all the nicest pieces of art you've ever seen. But we were just at that age where we kept playing slaps.
What's slaps?
You never played slap? You can go like that.
It's quite high concept, Steve.
You need to explain it to me.
Do that, and then you fucking slap the other cunt's hands.
Oh,
And we were
cool.
like in front of the Mona Lisa. No looking at it, just like fucking hell.
Did you ever do happy slaps?
Happy slaps?
Yeah.
I was happy slapped.
Yeah, I could tell.
It's traumatizing. I've been happy slapped a few times. I've never happy slapped anyone, unfortunately. I'd love to start tonight.
I got accused of being part of a happy slapping ring.
What was that, like sharing indecent images of happy slapping incidents?
Yeah, pretty much. No, like they were. I was filming a fight and they thought I was in on it.
Right.
They thought I was the second happy slapper because the guy does that and someone films it. They thought I was the other guy.
Yeah.
And the police got phoned into the school and they stole my phone from me.
The police stole your phone?
Aye.
That's a crime, is it not?
Yeah. I couldn't even phone the police to grass on them because they'd done it.
So they wanted it as evidence to sort of get to the bottom of this crime, and they thought that you were part of the kind of...
Part of the ring, the happy slapping ring. They
You
did.
insist on calling it a ring, aren't you?
What else do you call it, Mark?
I can't believe you're having such bad sleep, Steve. Is it because you've been part of so much criminality? Fuck.
I think it was on the one show where
People-
Matt Baker asked David Cameron, how do you sleep at night? It's all coming together.
I used to share a bunk bed with my sister.
Hold on, like
Separate bunks.
Separate bunks, okay. I did want to ask you.
Aye, and she would say that when I was asleep, sometimes I'd go, "You don't love me! You don't love me!" Which is the type of thing somebody would say in their sleep if they were like been in an unhappy marriage for 25 years. Not an 11-year-old. P6.
Was it about your sister or was it about your
It's
parents?
just about the world, mate, honestly.
I love you.
Thanks, mate. I love you too, Stevie.
Cool. So,
Well, I think everyone at Some Laugh loves you, apart from that one guy that always says he hates you.
I love it.
But that's why, so we're going to get the next act on the stage, but we're going to keep Chris around if you want to make your way. Basically, we're just going to squeeze him onto the couch.
Do we have a chair for Chris? Are you coming in?
come on.
Want to get this?
Get that mic.
No, you
We've got an extra mic for you. So, guys, so the next guest that we're going to get on in this section is one of our favourites. Again, it is obviously...
You're
Your
leaning on
wee
my-
jacket's getting punched up.
Man, this is my good next blazer.
Your Geno's are up close.
Touch them.
I have a feel, yeah. I felt them in the dressing room. They're quite nice.
It's just a Geno, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's-
These are Genos.
Start to think this was a mistake. Right, guys, we're going to get the next act onto the stage. Is a real favourite of ours, had one of our best episodes. And this, of course, is Easter Sunday. It's a time of the story of resurrection. And this last guest had a bit of trouble last year, but he's back. He's better than ever.
Sounds like you got cancelled, Mark. You can't say that.
He had a stroke, right? So, but he's back. He's fit as a fiddle. And we can't wait to welcome him to the stage. So please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Raymond Mearns!
Beautiful to see you. Sorry. You stood up for Raymond, Stu?
I did, yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Raymond.
No bother, where's my money? I'm just doing it for a pie.
Well, we did raise a lot of money for you after your stroke, so I was assuming you were doing this as a charity gig.
Because the thing is, when I was hospitalised, you kind of get a bevy in the hospital, right? When I was hospitalised, I was eating better, and I lost a stone and a half, right? And I was feeling great, and I was going home, started doing yoga and all that. So by the time you've done the benefit, I mean, I raised about 20 grand, right? And I was looking fucking fantastic. So my missus went, "Are you coming to the benefit?" Oh, I've just done 100 press-ups on a fucking yoga mat. Forget it. I mean, I look fantastic. You kind of go, here you go, man. He's we're doing a benefit. Fucking comes out. Looking like Tarzan, man.
Raymond, I think you could make a lot of money doing like a yoga with Adrian thing, but it's yoga with Raymond.
Oh, aye, by the way, yoga, because I think there's a lot more people my shape would benefit from it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, and then all the weirdos would watch it. Usually would all be like, yeah, fucking
I wouldn't be jacking off watching Raymond Mearns do yoga.
Yeah, weirdos. I know what all you youngins are like, but yous are all pure weirdos. You see, yous grew up with pornography everywhere, right? Pornography for everywhere. I mean, we were starved of pornography. we used to find it under bushes and all that. You know, you'd rake the bin. Oh, fuck, a Scud book, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like the Scud now. I mean, it was like you weren't sure what you were looking at. Right. You were going, is that Salvador Dali's beard? Or a vagina?
You told me you pumped someone in a graveyard once, Raymond.
Well, I pumped You know, I'm saying, I fucking get the shock of my life. I thought they were dead.
Saltburn starring Raymond Mearns.
Yeah, because people associate sex with death and all that, don't you?
Do they?
That's all you youngies are into. You're like that, getting your laces tied around your neck and all that. Leaving your room door slightly ajar so your dad can catch you. When I used to have a chug back in the day, a fucking snib on the door, no bother.
Raymond, you were telling me that your dad used to work in the pavilions.
My old man worked in a pavilion in the late 70s. He never really worked. My dad was a man of leisure. He was a gentleman of leisure. He was on the incapacity benefit. Right. Because in the days, you had a bad back and he went, oh, this should never work again. But he got a bit of casual in the pavilion because he wanted free tickets to see Sidney Devine. He was a big Sidney Devine fan. And if he was an usher, he would get to see Steak and Kidney every night. But he had to work when it was, what was his name? Robert Halpern was the big hypnotist back in the day, right?
Peter Powers of his day.
Well, Peter Powers was after him, but Robert Halpern was the guy. And he used to hypnotise people and all that. We got to see the show because the old man was an usher and we'd come in. And he hypnotised punters, right? And he'd go, here's an apple for you, a lovely juicy apple. And it was a raw onion. They're fucking eating raw onions, man, on stage, right? Pure getting the book and all that, right? And what happened was, he ended up in a hospital. Because what happened was he stood in down there, or maybe he was down there, I wasn't in, but he was beside the stage. And somebody booted an onion, and it hit him in the eye, man. And he had to go to the Royal for onion eye. And that was, I don't think it was serious.
I don't think we'd have done a fundraiser for you if you had onion eye.
I don't know. That was a bad thing back in the 70s. I mean, that would get you invalidity benefit.
You told me a story, Raymond, about coming here when you were wee as well.
Aye, what happened, right? In the 70s, everybody was kung fu fighting, by the way. Right? I'm serious. I'm telling you.
I've heard that song about
Listen, I'm telling you.
Were they fast, these cats?
Everybody was kung fu fighting, by the way. Right? Now, there was a show in here, the Shylon Monks or something, right? I saw these guys from the Cumbernauld or something, right? So,
The East, anyway.
Aye, somewhere in the East, aye. for Falkirk or something, right? And they were doing karate, so the Glaswegians going, oh, this, God, see the Shiloh monks are all batting fuck at each other. Oh, I'll get a ticket to that, man. And they would go stage, you know, booting each other in the head and slapping each other and stuff. I don't know, right? I never got to see it personally, right? But I heard about it. But they had a bus parked in the lane. They all came on this mad bus, right? So me and my brother, my wee mates, I usually stay in Barrowfield. It's just about 4 miles to the east of here. So we'd come into the town. Sorry. Right, I don't need any hash, thanks very much, right. A fellow glue sniffer down there, right. But, so what would they, your Waynes, man, I mean, I was only 11 or 10, 11 or 12, I can't mind. I was young, I was a kid, and we just come into the town, it was the summer, and their bus is parked. So we broke into their bus, right? They're all on the stage booting fuck at each other. We broke into their bus. Because you know when all buses, the compressed air to open the door, there was a horn you pulled and it made the bus fart. And we thought that was hilarious. I'll show you this bus farting. Right, and it was brilliant. Now while we're on the bus, playing with the farter, right?
I don't know how to use this coach.
That was Jennings,
So anyway,
it's your father played with it.
One of my mates, there was a bag of stuff, right? He got his bag, and he looked at it, it was a bag of walnuts. Well, I didn't know they were fucking walnuts. We didn't know what a walnut was. Oh man, there's like a lot of dead guys' balls or something, right? So,
That's actually why they started letting people do day trips to Morrison's, just to find out where food stuffs were.
So there was this bag of walnuts, and we were like, what are they? And we went, fuck it, take them, right? So we just took this bag of walnuts, and we just went away, right? So we've got this bag of walnuts. They were like shrink. I can't remember if they were shrinking that, but they were in the bag, and we opened the bag. And so we goes, what are we going to do with these? So we started throwing them here, and one of them broke, and this white powder was inside it. Right? Fucking right. There's a lassie for Barrowfield. Oh. And there was all this white powder in it, right? And we were like just throwing them at each other. Every one of them had all this white powder in it. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but we were fucking jumping about, right? Clays were covered in it. If you'd been at a fire, jumped 15 feet in the air, right? I mean, I don't know if it was cocaine or whatever it was drugs, but it was clearly, they're in here knocking fuck at each other. And they were clearly going back in the bus and taking these walnut things and there were drugs inside them. And we stole the drugs. We didn't know it was drugs, but we were not going, that's a great fun, that's great fun. Right? It was just covered head to toe in white powder, and it was drugs.
And much like when the police steal your phone, you can't call the police when your drugs have been stolen, I suppose.
That's right, who you going to phone? You know what I mean?
Ghostbusters. Did you take the drugs then? You were off your nut.
It was a deliberate act.
So I feel like I'm Piers Morgan giving you all the tough questions, pumping in graveyards, taking drugs.
Well, you're wearing the right suit jacket for it.
He looks smart.
Thank you. Don't know why you laughed at that, fuck's sake. That was...
No, you do. You look very smart. I mean, you've clearly you've thought about it. Nobody else has bothered their arse.
Listen, guys, we need to get wrapping up for the break now. But listen, we just want to say, because this is basically the plan was to record this as our 100th episode of the podcast. We have reached 100 episodes. That's an amazing achievement.
Rock and roll, baby.
And we thought, what better way to celebrate than to get back two of our favourite guests. So we're going to have a big, massive round of applause for Chris MacArthur-Boyd and Raymond Mearns.
How you doing? How was your break?
Me and Stuart, we are donning are T-shirts with each other's face on it. I and Brew actually sent them both in the post, didn't he? Yeah, we won, so I thought I'd wear yours, you'd wear mine. Steve, you never got one, did you not? No?
I didn't get one, no.
Some guy sleeping there, slagging you off, Steve.
Some cunts fell asleep. What the fuck? That was. Did you say they didn't have an Excel, you wank? Did you say
That is the best, by the way, that is the best heckler put down ever to just suggest that they're asleep at the show.
Now that me and Mark are on this couch, it feels like we're married at first sight, Australia. This is the commitment ceremony. It's been a rough week for me and Mark this week.
So we're actually going to start this section with a wee game. As you may know, me and Stuart are both going to be Steve's best man after he so lovely asked us on the podcast, actually.
Yes.
And,
couldn't decide which one to do, so I just said, fuck it, both of you.
Shite bag move. Yeah.
So what we thought we'd do is play a wee game, basically along the lines of, who is Steve's best man?
Oh. It's like Mr. and Mrs. That
Mr. and
game?
Mr. and Mr.
Yes, Mr. and Mr.
And to host it, we need the hostess with the mostess. Please give it up for a friend of the show, Marilyn Robertson, everybody!
Will we get the paper?
I see you've misplaced your rock, Marilyn.
Oh, no, I've been away for safekeeping. I sold it to an audience member
How much?
for a promise of a drink
Oh.
of blood. So, hi, it's lovely to be here. I preferred when I got to enjoy the show, but now I have to work.
Sorry. And you're not even getting paid?
Yeah, I know everyone else is getting paid, but I'm not.
No, that's not true, is it?
No, you're just getting paid half of the men, Marilyn. Now, so Marilyn, do you want to start us off with the first question?
So, question number 1. Get ready to write this. What animal was Steve compared to when he broke his VL? What is that?
What's a VL
What's
or
a-
an animal?
You get animals in Shetland, Marilyn, come on.
Yeah. Whales, you get whales in Shetland, don't you?
They often break their VLs with animals and
whales
Shetland,
prefer-
A VL, for the uninitiated, is a virgin lips.
I don't have those. So. Oh, there's a bonus here.
Oh.
Where did Steve break his virgin lips? Tell me when you're ready.
Okay. I've gone with cat
Okay. You got
What's
cat
it?
and
where-
graveyard.
Oh,
So-
graveyard.
He's compared to a cat in a graveyard.
Did you think I got off with Raymond Mearns?
Yeah, that was. That's what I was going for.
Imagine breaking your VL with Mearns in.
I thought this cat was dead.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
I went with camel.
That's a very spit in my mouth animal.
Huh?
What? Oh, okay, so I'm not allowed to know what virgin lips are, but...
Well, camels are, they've got the lips and they slobber about, don't they? So I thought it could be like a slobbery camel.
And I heard that,
Yeah.
well, Roscoe told me that Stephen Buchanan drinks tea like a cat.
That's
so I thought,
It could
What,
be
like
that.
this?
Also,
Yeah,
there's,
exactly like that.
there's a comic on the
Exactly
circuit
like
who
that.
once described Steve and said, he's like a little cat that can't get comfortable.
yeah.
That's true. That was also Raymond Mearns. The real answer is a salmon. And it was in a tent in Riverden summer camp P7. Is that too young? That feels illegal. And it-
P7?
yeah, with Raymond Mearns. Can you believe it?
Were you compared to a salmon because when you were done, you went all pink?
No, I was just like... I didn't know how to do it.
All right. Nay points then, I guess.
No points.
Question 2.
I've picked the wrong people to be my best man.
If neither of them get any points, can I be your best man?
That is the game, yeah, that's...
Question 2. We all know Steve hates beans.
I like the idea that somebody
Some
who's
of us
never
do.
seen the podcast before is like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Give me a cheer if you've never listened to the podcast, by the way. That's too many people.
Too
What
many
the fuck?
people.
Why the fuck are you here?
You couldn't get tickets for the Kaz Mulligan versus the property boss tonight.
Okay, we all know Steve hates beans, but what is his favourite food?
Do you know this?
I was just about to write that callback and you stole it. Fuck you. That was. You're very quick. You should be on stage.
What was that callback?
Salmon.
Oh.
It's a very good joke. It deserved more, to be fair. Unlucky.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll put my real answer.
Meatballs. I've seen him eating meatballs 100 times. He's always eating fucking meatballs. He's never done.
I do like
He's
meatballs.
lying if he says anything else.
I went for Old El Paso fajita kits.
Playing the hits tonight, baby.
What's the deal with that, by the way? Has anyone noticed that?
It's mental, isn't it?
Imagine
What is that? Is that fun comes in yellow boxes?
Yeah.
My box comes in yellow fun. Because I'm wearing a fun yellow outfit. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
So no. All right. What's the answer?
real
Steve?
Marilyn will not be hosting the One Show anytime soon.
You have just written chicken.
Chicken.
Just simply chicken.
Simply chicken.
What's in a fajita kit?
Not chicken. Yeah, famously.
Yeah, exactly. Famous but
Spicy
not chicken.
dust. Come on, we know this phrase.
Have you never listened to my stand-up, Mark?
Isaac for W.H. Smith at the airport as well.
Chicken
This is
just-
not looking good here, actually, to be fair.
It's a 0-0 draw.
Okay, you have to get this one.
Okay.
What's Steve's middle name?
I was hoping to find that out at the wedding. They do that, don't they? They do. The middle names.
I swear to fuck, guys, if you don't know this, don't write fucking Old El Paso or is it W.H. Smith or something shite like that. Just write the real answer.
I want you to do. I've done an earnest guess.
Okay, good.
I'm trying here.
I know Jennings is cooking up some fucking joke about salmon or something like that.
Yeah, I think your middle name's the Blether.
It's an interesting concept.
Right.
Ready?
Ready? Michael? That's his middle name.
I'm going to go for either the Master or Andrew.
Andrew, fuck, that sounds right. Is that wrong as well?
You guys don't know me at
Is it
all.
not Andrew?
Why have I asked you?
What is it?
It's Peter.
Stephen Peter Buchanan.
Aye!
Sudden death here.
So here
Sudden
we go,
death,
fucking hell.
all we need is an answer from one of you, and you can be the best man. Otherwise, it's me.
Right.
Please get it right.
What phrase did Steve's grandpa falsely claim to have invented?
I know he died on the toilet.
Different grandpa.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
La 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 la.
What phrase did Steve's grandpa falsely claim to have invented?
If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window.
If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window.
Hey, is that right?
No, come on. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Hey. There you go.
Well, I guess both Steve's best men are the best.
There you go.
That'll do.
Guess that is a
Listen,
bit of a
Marilyn,
tie.
thank you so much. Get a round of applause for Marilyn.
Thanks, Mario.
Thank you very much, Marilyn.
So I don't think we should fuck around anymore, should
No, we'll get our final guest onto the stage for the evening. We're very excited to welcome him back onto the podcast. Joined us very early on as we were still starting out, and it was one of the best and most popular episodes, I think it's fair to say. So
Sure.
Yes.
we'll welcome back to the stage our
Yeah,
guest.
please
Of
welcome
course.
to the stage the wonderful Greg
Greg
Hemphill.
There you go. There you go. Take a seat.
This is like fucking mastermind.
This is great. Love the trousers, man.
Well, thanks so much.
Belters.
This is incredible. How good is their show, by the way? It's from that shed in your back garden to here at the Pavilion. It's like,
Cheers for Docs McGreg. Didn't really usually tell where we record, but aye, it is a shed. in the back
listen,
garden.
Charlie Chaplin stood on that stage.
I know.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And Harry Houdini.
Yeah.
And
I think
us.
they get out of the toilets.
Fred and Rose West.
Is that why you brought the glasses, Greg?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer ruined these glasses for me. I thought they were really cool.
You did a show here as well, did you not?
Yeah.
With Fred and Rose, or?
It was with Johnny Watson. It was Only an Excuse back in 1996, actually. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
A long time ago. Yeah, one of the first jobs I ever got. Tony Roper had just left, and Johnny wanted a couple of people to support him, so myself and Lewis McLeod, we came here, and they filmed the DVD here.
Right.
And I remember looking out and doing my bit, and the only face I could see in the crowd, the singular face, was Walter Smith. And he was in the front row of the balcony, he was doing this. It was absolutely terrifying.
At least they don't go full Chick Young on you and go through it.
That's how old I ran. I remember when that was getting passed around at the BBC and it was a video cassette.
Really?
Do you want to see Chick Young get ripped an arsehole? By Walter Smith.
Like, I remember seeing, I think it was like a DVD extra for Still Game or Tune the Fat, something, but it was like Still Game kind of started as a live show, is that right? Or you've at least done it quite early on as a live show?
Yes, we did. We filmed it around about 1997, just around about the time Tune the Fat was starting on the radio, and we did it all over the UK. We did it in Ireland, took it to Canada, and it was about an hour-long show. We filmed the DVD in Cottiers. And it's weird, because I think we talked about this in the podcast, but like it was much bluer than the TV show. It was like full of fucks and cunts and all this. And, and now, when you watch it now, you're like, fucking Jack and Victor. But I haven't seen it for a long time, but I think you can still get it.
Aye, so it's still about, and I think it was you and Ford and it was Paul Riley who's Winston. I don't know if he was playing a different character at the time, but you were mentioning about how Paul, he was kind of like always the kind of prankster like, backstage and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, well he used to get us back, because when we did that DVD at Cottiers, Ford had told him that he said they don't have the Hoovers that you haven't. You have to bring the Hoover on the plane, so he had to carry the Hoover all the way there. And so, but Paul was like he was an absolute prankster. He's like, he would just mix lies and the truth to deceive you. He did it all the time, every day. And you can't keep your guard up all the time, And we used to sit in this Winnebago, and, you'd be sitting with a newspaper, and Ford came in, and he'd always point at whoever had the newspaper and say, "Who's deed?" That was his thing. And he did it for 4 or 5 days. "Who's deed?" And one day I had the newspaper, and Paul was sitting next to me, and he spotted Ford coming, and he went like that, "Say Fatima whip bread." And I went... And Ford walked on and he went, "Who's deed?" And I went, "Fatima Whitbread," like that. And he was like, "What?" "What happened?" And I went, "Yeah, it's steroids or something, So now I'm involved in Paul's lie, and Paul didn't give a fuck if he wasn't there for, like you want to be there at the moment when it's revealed and all that. Paul didn't give a shit about that. He just was like, "Let that one go, just let it go." And I swear to God, 7 years later, Ford was sitting watching Question of Sport. And he called me up and he went, "Here you cunt. You tell me if Fatima Whitbread was deed, I've just seen it on Question of Sport." So I called up Paul and I went, "Fatima Whitbread's just landed." And he went, "Yep." That was... He just didn't care.
Playing the long game.
Yeah,
'Cause I suppose that's like before you could just Google it. Like now you could just go, "Fatima Whitbread, no, she's no deed, you wank." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just prove it. But
She was kind of the perfect thing, because you didn't see her that often, but when you saw her, that was it. There she was, and she was good and healthy. So you looked like it was...
Is she still alive?
Is she still alive?
Well, that's our next guest, actually. Fatima.
She fucking punched me.
Well, you mentioned that punch, Greg, because you mentioned as well about like getting a wee bit of road rage and stuff like that.
Oh God. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, so like I yes, fantastic.
Good to see this crossover for 2 of our audience members.
I love the idea. When I get into a car and stuff like that, it's the only place I can be a hard man actually is in the car. So it's like being a hard man in the car is the cousin of the keyboard warrior, And I used to love shouting and bawling and stuff in the car. And then when Still Game took off, I kind of thought, well, it's pretty uncool to do that, But if you go to London or somewhere like that, you're like, it's bountiful fields, you know what I mean? You can just be yourself. Nobody fucking knows me down there, so it's absolutely fine. And I remember I was in this car with my brother, and we came up to this box junction, And this taxi pulled right across us like that. And I was like, fuck yes, excellent, here we go. And I says, I've got this, Tony. And I put the window down, and the taxi driver, just as he went past, looked at me and he went, bollocks, cunt! And I was like, we just got annihilated. That was it. We just sat on this box Johnson just laughing. And I was like, I'm never, ever picking a road rage fight again. 2 words, slayed.
Do you know what? One time I was driving back and it was in the summer. I know that way you're saying, like, you do get the hard man in the car, but you forget sometimes, like, when, you know, during the summer when you've got the window down, that you can still be heard when you're shouting. And there was a guy I was behind, and then he went to take a right, but he hadn't indicated, and I was just like, indicate, you cunt! And then I had to go round him, and then I noticed he'd started following me. I actually pulled in, I was just going to go to the shop, and then the guy stopped, and he got his morning, right? He's like, what the fuck you say to me? And I said, you didn't indicate. He's like, I fucking did it. I was like, oh no, sorry, I must have not seen it then. Like, you're still kind of like acting and stuff and going for auditions and stuff, but like, because the thing is, we'd obviously think, oh my god, like, you know, you'd get any part, because we sometimes go for things, but like, who are we? But it's not just that easy as like being you know, Victor for Still Game, so you still need to audition and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I did, you know, I played in Still Game for 20 years, and then I got a phone call from Ashley asking if I'd play her dad, you know, and I was so thrilled, absolutely thrilled. We filmed it last August, you know, and then I kind of thought, well, I've had a bit of granddad, and now I'm getting father parts, and maybe I'll get a teenager next, like some kind of fucked up Benjamin Button, you know what I mean? It's but no, I've been pitching loads of stuff for the last year, you know, and everything that I've pitched has absolutely just bounced. They've been like, nah. I pitched a science fiction thing. No, they didn't want that. Pitched a thing about the death of the high street. Nah. and then I wrote this thing. Me and my mate were talking about Balmoral, and we were like, well, how long is the Queen at Balmoral? And they're like, oh, it's 8 weeks. She's been going to Balmoral for 8 weeks, you know, like since she was a teenager. And we were like, wouldn't it be cool if the butler there had like gambling debts and rented Balmoral out as an Airbnb, you know?
That's great.
And I thought, this is a fucking good idea, you know? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And we sold it to HBO. And me and fucking Donnie were high-fiving like that. Yes, man, we're going to be partying with the wee guy out of Game of Thrones and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we spent a year working on this script, and then we sent it to her, and then the Queen died. And so the whole
bastard.
nation went into mourning, and I was like, fucking raging, you know what I mean? The moral of the story is, do not write sitcoms about the houses of ailing, beloved 96-year-old women.
I was going to say you could just do like about King Charles having it, but like that won't last long either, I don't think.
Start writing one about George now, I reckon.
You're telling us about the first time you'd been to the BAFTAs. We've obviously got a couple of wee beers on stage in this half. We actually got the cider for Crispin, who's one of our patrons and our stalker. So thanks very much for these, Crispin. But you're saying about like going to the BAFTAs and like it was kind of like you thought you had to bring your own.
It was like early 90s or something, and me and Jules were just kind of dating and stuff, and she had this agent, and the agent said, you guys want to go to the BAFTAs? And Jules was like, Greg, do you want to go? And I said, yeah. That's amazing. We don't have clothes or nothing. And she said, no, it's not the ceremony. It's just a party, you know. And so we got a taxi and whatnot, and we went along, and Jules looked out the window of the taxi and seen these fucking lights like that, and we're like, oh no, this is the fucking real deal, you know. And she had jeans on, and I had this like shitty leather jacket from Starry Night on, and we got out this taxi with 2 bags of carry-out. The fucking bags were jangling like that. And I swear to God, there must be photos in the archives of BAFTAs of me and Jules on the red carpet with Haddo's bags like that. I swear, never again. Don't arrive with a jangling bag at the BAFTAs.
Yeah.
Steve thought he was going to the BAFTAs tonight. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. That was me.
You're looking good, man.
Thank you. You didn't actually watch the first section, and people keep saying that, and I think people are taking the piss out of me now. I'm worried.
Me and Stuart have asked for all the guests to tell Steve he's looking good. Obviously, we were asking for some questions from the audience.
Yes.
We get the house lights back up, and we've got Roscoe and Mary Lane waiting in the wings, and either bit we've got Roscoe in the stalls and Mary Lane in the front circle. You guys up the top. If you ask a question, sorry, you should have bought fucking tickets earlier. Now. Roscoe, have you got any questions for us to kick us off?
I do have one, actually. Yes, Mark.
We got that camera to follow you, and you're facing the wrong way for it, so...
I'm a live guy, Mark. I live in the moment, man. We've got a question here from Craig Wilson. Where's Craig? Is he down here or up there? Oh,
He's on the top.
He's on Fuck you, Craig.
top.
Unlucky.
Fucked it. Well, I'll ask his question from then. The question that Craig asked was, what episode have you had to cut the most out of?
Yeah, that's like... Tom stayed, we had to cut quite a lot. Yeah. Who do you think was the episode we had to cut out the most? And I'll tell you if you're right. Who?
Sam Campbell.
Sam was a tough edit. We didn't cut that. We just had to
That's
cut
not
a lot
out
of
yet,
weird
right?
pauses. It's only out on Patreon. Came out today.
It's good that you mentioned the Patreon episode is up because Iona Fife is in. A real tick on Twitter as well. Where's Iona?
Oh, there's a hand. Second row, there is a hand.
All right.
Marilyn's
Marilyn, you got her. Marilyn, you're at the top there. Can you give Iona the mic and we'll hear her
I know
question?
you.
Is the Patreon worth it?
Yeah, man.
For as little as £3 a month, you can sign up and get access to an extra episode every 2 weeks, plus bonus content from all live shows, including this one you're watching right now.
So yes.
That seems like it was a plant, by the way. But
That's exactly where Walter Smith was sitting, by the way.
Do we want a surprise question?
Sure, why not? Let's go for
You
it.
behave now.
I'll try my best. So, on Friday, I'm moving house to...
They need a
Trust
house.
me, I'm going somewhere with this. This is for Stuart. So I'm moving house on Friday to Kirkcaldy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well done.
What is the
Langtoon.
best and worst thing about living in Fife? Because I need to know.
Well, I don't know if you want to field this one, Greg.
I'm actually moving there at the minute. Not on Friday, but I'm moving to Ely in about a week's time. Yeah.
So you'll be neighbours with Greg, that's the
I
best
think
part.
if you can afford to do it the way Greg's doing it, it'll be fantastic. But if you did it the way I would be doing it, that would be dog shit, and I would not recommend.
Also, if you're into incest, it is acceptable there.
Good luck with the move.
That's #1 reason why I'm moving there. No.
I'll see you down the Toon Centre in about a week's time.
Any more, Roscoe?
Got a good one here from Kieran White. Kieran, you done here?
Kieran White?
Oh, here you go. Do you want to ask this one? Because it's fucking disgusting, mate.
You don't get that on Letterman.
What roller coaster at Alton Towers would be the best to have a wank on?
Mark, do you want to take this?
I don't think it would beat the coach, to be fair. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's no, the Oblivion, I suppose, because that's what you feel after you come.
I'd say the Pepsi Max. Because it's not as good as the real thing, but it's pretty close. I don't know where I was going with that, to be
I
honest.
respect Steve for trying to do like a break in the news style.
Yeah, so, once again, it's giving Jason Manford.
Is Amy Liv about?
Amy Liv?
There we go, aye.
That was my school
You got her,
bully.
Marilyn? Hello, Amy, what is your question?
It's getting passed along.
We didn't really factor in how much time this would fucking
We
take.
couldn't really do a good run through of this with no audience members.
No, it's fine. I didn't want to ask anything. I was just...
No, hold on. The amount of time that's taking, fucking ask the question, Amy.
I'm looking at your question right now, Amy, and you did ask it.
Go on, Roscoe.
What does
Roscoe,
it?
you ask it.
Where's CMB going after this?
I can see why she's rolled that back, actually. She's had a bit of time to think better.
Post-nut clarity.
Do you fancy CMB?
No?
Well, actually, Chris has actually fucking went home.
He's gone, yeah.
He's literally went home because he couldn't be bothered. He's went back to his long-term girlfriend.
That's okay.
Does
Just one
anyone
more
have a question for Greg?
It can't
by
be
the way?
only me that wants to hear from
I
Greg
feel
Hemphill
we've
in
got
this room.
Scottish comedy royalty
Listen,
here, and
no,
we're talking about
no.
wanks and a Pepsi Max.
That's gold, baby, gold.
Will we just have time for one? Is that?
I've got a question.
It's Jeanette Cranky.
Oh my God! Back from.
Does any cunt stay in Springburn? Can I get a lift home, mate? Also, who's the bird that wants to pump CMB? Because I kind of look like a really bad before and after. I look like a swamp version of CMB. Also, Greg, sad news, mate, Charlie Chaplin was a beast. Sorry, mate.
Sad news.
Sorry.
You can't hear the word no in a silent film, that's all I'm going to say.
Charlie Chaplin's dead, Greg. I hate to break it to you. You'll see him in Question of Sport next week.
What's your question, Dan?
My question? How come you're living my dream? Also, I love how, like, see if I was getting a coffee in McDonald's, I would have a panic attack. But I just feel, like, really oddly comfortable here.
Are you just doing your show that you were going to do at the Pavilion?
Aye. So how come you're living my dream, you cunt?
Dan, we need to wrap up the show. Okay. Or we will literally be charged a lot of money.
Okay. What do you want me to do then?
I can't believe we enlisted Roscoe, Marilyn, and Darren. The three least fucking reliable
Darren told
people.
me the most heartwarming speech backstage 2 minutes before we came on this section, and he then has just come out and went, "Why are you living my dream, you cunt?"
Do you want me to say the speech?
Yes.
I just didn't want to say it because it is quite emotional and we were doing jokes there. You know, we like some jokes. So as you could tell from earlier on...
No one in the top 2/3 can see what the fuck's going on. No idea where to look. I'm just trying to give them something to look at.
Come on stage, Darren, come on.
Come on stage, Darren!
There we go.
So...
Look at the hair, like he's fallen down a lift shaft. Look.
The corpse of Charlie Chaplin. So as you could tell for the start of the show, I had the dream of performing at the Pavilion. This is no funny, you cunts. Snatched away from me. I then lost my flat because of it. I booked a holiday to Greece and that get fucked. But these boys tonight made me live my dream as Jimmy Cranky at the Pavilion. Give them a round of applause.
And listen, guys, a big round of applause for Darren Connell. Let's welcome back to the stage all the previous guests we've had on the show. Stay on. Round of applause for Greg Hemphill.
Greg Hemphill, everybody.
And thank you so much for coming to Some Laugh Live. We hope you enjoyed it. We really appreciate it. It's fucking unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here.
Good night.
Great audience.